sell all of this Bitcoin and get out of the crypto market exactly now. I'm talking about the German government that has manipulated the price movement of Bitcoin all the way from these levels all the way to our low, breaking the 200 moving average and this major lowest monthly close for Bitcoin round about the 60,600 US dollars. Yes, we saw this major manipulation, and what if I told you that the price movement of Bitcoin actually should have seen this major bounce exactly in these levels? Because if you've been following my channel and if you're subscribed, you would have known that exactly here we had this green support box, which was exactly the volume price range from this major consolidation, and it's also this major support that we could see for Bitcoin exactly when in these levels where we saw this major dump. And yes, ultimately guys, this would have been the perfect continuation and we would have seen this major pump towards the upside, not only for Bitcoin but for the overall crypto market. But yes, we saw this major manipulation starting exactly here, and I'm going to show you the evidence that this is just a major manipulation and why the next 24 hours are going to be extremely important. And yes guys, I'm calling the absolute bottom for Bitcoin. We're going to see the break of the 200 moving average and the 13 moving average within the next 24 hours, and I'm going to show you the exact proof. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, but most importantly guys, activate the bell so that you will stay up to date. And welcome back to B for Crypto. Yes guys, we saw that the price movement of Bitcoin came all the way back up to the 200 moving average, and we even broke the 13 moving average and the 200 moving average, and we formed the high exactly at the levels of $59,662. But why didn't we see this continuation and breaking this very important level with this major push towards the upside? Guys, we need to start at the beginning. Why did we see this major manipulation, and why do I say that the price movement actually should have bounced exactly here, exactly from this major volume price range that we had exactly within these levels, and where we can also see the 50 moving average and the 100 moving average perfectly in line, and why this is going to be the next price target for Bitcoin. And yes, I do believe that we're going to see this move within the next 24 hours and that this is the absolute bottom. And yes, I guess you all have heard that the German government is selling a lot of Bitcoin. They actually had round about 50,000 Bitcoin that they have been selling on the markets. But first of all, this is a government selling Bitcoin. Yes, they had to sell and liquidate all of this Bitcoin that came from criminal activities. But overall guys, if you're having so much Bitcoin, like for instance BlackRock, they can't just actually buy on the market because this is going to manipulate the price. They're actually buying OTC. This means off the markets from major custodians like Coinbase. So why are we seeing that the major government, yes, maybe it's the police, but overall guys, it is the German government selling all of these Bitcoin on the markets, and this is just straight market manipulation. And yes, the SEC and the EZB, they're always talking about consumer protection. They're not protecting you. They're actually giving a government like Germany the rights to sell all of these Bitcoin on the markets. But overall guys, we can see that they are dumping. But let's go over to the facts. Let's go actually into the wallets of the German government. So yes, this is the wallets of the German government on Arkham. So we can see all of the information from all the transactions and all the Bitcoin they are holding, and we can see, yes, exactly here they had exactly 50,000 Bitcoin that have been added in the beginning of the year on this wallet. So yes, they've been accumulating Bitcoin, but let's look at their first transaction where they actually sold a part of this Bitcoin. So let's go over to the transactions, and we can see exactly here, this was around about the 18th of June, where we could see all of these inflows, and suddenly we can see that the first Bitcoin left this wallet on the 19th of June exactly here, where they sold 6,500 Bitcoin on the markets. So let's go over to the charts. And on the charts, we're going to mark the 18th of June, which is exactly here, guys. You can see that it's over this major support box and this major volume support, which is round about the levels of 64,900 US dollars. So let's say round about 65,000. So all the way in these levels, they started to sell the first Bitcoin on the 19th of June, exactly here. So yes, guys, this is the beginning where they dumped all of these Bitcoin, and you can see exactly what happened afterwards. Yes, they have been selling and selling and selling and selling. But guys, we're going to look at the bright side of all of this. So yes, here you can see all the transaction up to date, and this was the last transaction they made round about 5:30. in the afternoon. So let's go over to my Twitter, because I posted this over on Twitter. Now only 7,900 Bitcoin left. If they hit zero, it is time to long. So yes, this is going to be the beginning of stage 2 of the bull market. So let's go back over to the wallet, and we're going to refresh this wallet. And yes, we can see that they only have 4,900 left. And if we go back over to the post, this was posted exactly 6 o'clock. Okay, 5 minutes past 6, but we can see that exactly from this time, they have already sold another 3,000 Bitcoin. So ultimately, guys, they're about to dry up. From all the 50,000 Bitcoin they had on this wallet, they have only 4,900 left. So in the next 24 hours, we're going to see the sell-off, because if we go in the stats, we can see they have been selling at 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So yes, they've been selling consistently exactly from this date, and that is why we saw this major manipulation. Yes, I even got some comments on previous videos where a lot of people told me it was actually clear from the top that we're going to see this major correction. No guys, I don't believe that, because ultimately within a bull market we are seeing these 20% corrections, and then we're seeing the price movement come all the way back up to the previous highs. And yes, this was actually a major support exactly here, where we could see previous resistance that will act as support, and exactly here was the start of this major manipulation and this major selling pressure. But ultimately guys, this is going to come to an end, because they have only 4,900 Bitcoin left, and I think they're going to liquidate all of these Bitcoin within the next 24 hours. So ultimately guys, I do believe if this selling pressure is going to stop, we could expect this major pump towards the upside, because from the beginning guys, we saw the ETF approval, we saw the Bitcoin halving, we saw this major adoption for Bitcoin, and yes, we're seeing this, all these major institutions and this major ETFs are just accumulating Bitcoin. And even now we're seeing, yes, it went down round about in June, end of June, but now we can see that all these ETFs, they're actually accumulating. So yes, we're getting this pressure from Germany, which is going to stop in the next 24 hours. So ultimately guys, on the 4-hour chart, I do believe that this was a perfect retest. Yes, we had a retest before, but this could be the second retest and the last swing low before we're going to see this major pump. Yes, I could expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to come all the way back up here, and tomorrow morning we're going to see that the employee from the German government is going to sit in his office, open a short position, sell these Bitcoin, profit. And yes, actually, if you ask me, this is a major scam, because a lot of corporations, Justin Sun, the owner of the Tron blockchain, he actually wanted to buy all of these Bitcoins on the OTC market, not on the direct market. So yes, if you're going to ask me about manipulation, yes, this is straight manipulation, because major institutions, they can't buy on the open market, but the government, the German government, is selling these Bitcoin. Guys, this is manipulation, because they could have just sold all of these Bitcoin on the OTC market, off the markets, and sell it to a major company which is accumulating Bitcoin. But guys, this is the facts that we can see, and that's why I'm always telling you, banks, politicians, governments, they're just here to fool you. They're not doing anything good for you. They're just manipulating you, and that's why Bitcoin is the best form of money. When talking about the best form of money, guys, you really need to watch this documentary. And yes, I'm going to pin it exactly here, but ultimately we could expect this breakthrough of this major important range. Yes, the 200 moving average on the daily chart and the 13 moving average, which are about to cross. And I don't think they're going to cross, because ultimately within the next 24 hours, we're going to see that the price movement of Bitcoin breaks the 60,000 US dollars, and we could expect this major pump towards the upside, because this was a lot of pain and a lot of sideways movement, and a lot of people capitulated, and this is max pain and maximum capitulation. And yes, a lot of people are extremely fearful and bearish, and this is going to mark the spot, the absolute bottom, where Bitcoin is going to see this turnaround. This will mark the exact bottom in the next 24 hours. So guys, if you always want to stay up to date, go down in the video description below, where you'll find the link to my free Telegram group, where I always keep you up to date. post all of the charts and price movement and even some trades. So yes, make sure to join my free Telegram group, but ultimately guys, we could expect this major breakout, breaking this downwards trend and this major bearishness in the market just because of this major manipulation. And yes guys, Bitcoin is the money of the future, and if you want to trade all of these moves or buy Bitcoin on the spot market, go down in the video description below, because there you receive a major deposit bonus on BloFin, and you can also trade on BloFin without any KYC. Because yes, I'm going to remain extremely bullish, because we saw this maximum pain, maximum capitulation and a maximum sell-off of the German government, and we could expect that these Bitcoin are going to be sold within the next 24 hours. So ultimately guys, Bitcoin is the money of the future, and you need to accumulate Bitcoin, altcoins exactly now. And this is also the reason why I told you this is a major manipulation and buy the dip, because we all know what is going to happen and where we are in the bull market and what we could expect from the second phase of the bull market, which is going to be this parabolic phase towards the upside. So make sure to trade Bitcoin, to buy Bitcoin on the spot market, or to open a long position exactly at the bottom. Because yes, if we go over to BloFin, I opened a long position exactly here, and I'm going to add even more if we're going to see the price movement come one more time down into these lows. But ultimately guys, I do believe that this is the exact bottom, and yes, I'm going to scale in even more as soon as Bitcoin is going to break these levels towards the upside, because this is going to mark the bottom. And yes, you can enter exactly here. So if you want to trade all of these moves on BloFin, go down in the video description below. But ultimately guys, this is the beginning of this next major parabolic phase, because keep in mind, you want to buy low and sell high, and now is the perfect timing to buy Bitcoin and altcoins. Because ultimately guys, in my next video I'm going to talk about the altcoin season, which is about to see a major parabolic run towards the upside. Yes, if Bitcoin is going to break these very important levels, we could expect this major pump for the overall crypto market. So stay tuned, smash up the like button, but most importantly guys, be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.